Hauntings.
Hello and welcome back to Cryptid Hauntings, the podcast where we ask the important questions like, is that a ghost wearing a tie? Or if not, why is he allowed into the restaurant? If this is your first time listening, thank you for joining us. If you've listened before, welcome back and thank you for your continued support. I'm your host, Mike Gardner, and with me are my spastic family, Chris.
That's
Pam,
not what the script says. The script says cryptid.
Spastic's fitting.
No, it is.
It's very fitting.
Anyway, we've got Mark, Chris, and Pam here. So Park City, it's one of Utah's ritzy towns. People like Taylor Swift, Post Malone, Katherine Hagel, Will Smith, all of these either live in or frequent Park City on the regular. It is very beautiful and a great spot for a ski destination. But there's a much darker, much more haunted side to Park City. That's what we'll be discussing today. One of Park City's...
Dark City.
Dark City. I'm just as spastic as you are. One of Park City's most famous ghosts, the man in the yellow slicker. But first, which is scarier? Specific phobias, i.e. death, heights, spiders, or clowns, or destructive potential of humanity itself? Pam.
I feel like this is an apple-orange question. Because the answer, and the only right answer, is the destructive potential of humanity itself.
Wrong, clowns.
I don't know, most of society is so self-absorbed and deluded, it's probably the specific phobias.
But that's what makes it so destructive.
Which leads to the answer being correct of the other one, the humanity itself.
What do you get more scared? Thinking about a spider or your looming death?
Well, death is part of the specific phobias, Pam.
Or your place in the world and the universe and...
I'm pretty safe with my place in the world. I mean, I'm probably gonna die a horrible death.
What the hell?
What?
I have my reasons that I will not discuss on air.
Do you need
He's
to
gonna
know?
trip into a wood chipper.
I'm
Taking a trip to Fargo, are we?
I mean, he said a horrid death. You're going to be vague about it. Well, we might as well put you're going to trip into a wood chipper.
I am psychic, and yes, that is the way I plan on dying.
I was having more of a dream catcher vision. Seems like the worst way to go.
I would say it's a not an either or option because on the day-to-day life, of course, these specific phobias are going to be what's haunting you. I mean, but on an overall, if you think about life in general and you actually put some thought into it, the destructive of humanity is what's going to plague you.
Okay, we'll put it this way. What's more scary? The
Clowns.
pretend clown phobia or the man who dressed up like a clown and kidnapped and did horrible things to teenage boys and then buried them in his floorboards?
Clowns.
Obviously, Gacy is scarier than just the pretend clown phobia, but he's what lends credence to the clown phobia.
No, Tim Curry's who created the clown phobia.
No.
Just because you have it trauma.
I do. I was way too young and I snuck into the wrong basement to watch a movie.
You mean walk down 3 steps?
Yes. We all know where this happened.
That house was just creepy too.
So,
Okay.
Chris, you think phobias are more scary than the looming doom of mankind?
No. The looming doom of mankind.
Well, the problem with the looming doom of mankind is until it reaches out and touches you, you don't even think about it.
Right. I mean, but it's at the same time inescapable.
Yeah, but I don't think about it in my day-to-day life. Unless it's shoved in my face by some social media post or other thing.
Yeah, you don't think about it in your daily life because you're a man. I often think about what is hiding under my car.
That's
Yeah,
In my
spiders
backseat.
and freaking spiders.
spiders, Pam.
If by spiders you mean some man waiting with a razor blade to slit my Achilles tendon.
That's a freaking urban legend.
Remember that one time I crawled under the van and
It wasn't funny.
It was hilarious.
It wasn't funny.
Did you
So
know?
Chris trauma.
Mom trauma by your brother.
So
That's why I wouldn't talk to old people until I was well into adulthood, is because of your mother.
one night, I knew that they didn't like walking past cars at night. Crawled underneath the van as they were Rachel and Pam were walking by, and I grabbed their ankles.
Not funny.
It's kind of funny.
It's not funny.
It's kind of funny.
See, Lacey and I were hiding in the clothes racks, and your mother told us old people would steal us, chop us up, and hide us in their freezers.
Oh, we got that all
Oh,
the time.
we
too.
all got that talk. It kept you from wandering away at the grocery store.
Made me terrified of old people.
Yep.
Made me terrified of just life.
So tonight we're discussing something.
Thanks, Mike.
Good segue. So
Tonight we're
tonight,
discussing something that can be just as terrifying as old people or your brother underneath a car. Tonight we're heading underground into the mountains of Utah, into an abandoned mine shaft, and into a legend that still walks in the dark. This is the story of the man in the yellow slicker. Way back in 1860s. Sorry, I forgot way back in the 1860s. Prospectors flooded into Utah, many of them backed, encouraged, or outright protected by the U.S. government. One of the earliest footholds was Fort Douglas, established just east of Salt Lake City. The soldiers were stationed there weren't exactly welcome. In fact, locals described them as a community of traitors, murderers, fanatics, and whores.
Whores.
Their commander, Colonel Patrick Connor.
Do you feel better?
Yes.
Okay. Did you get your Tourette's moment out of the way?
No.
Okay.
gonna come up again.
Great. Michael, are you saying whores again?
No, I'm not going to say whores again.
Just one more time so you feel better, Chris.
Wait, everybody has said it but Pam. Pam, you've got to say it now.
Hooer.
Whores.
Painted ladies. We're going to call them painted ladies from now on. So the commander, Colonel Patrick Connor, openly believed that Utah's Mormon population could be diluted by bringing miners, men hungry for silver, and quick fortunes. Yes, Pam?
Nothing. I'm still back on previous things said. Keep going.
And so the mountains were carved open. In the late 1860s, Connor led expeditions into the Big Cottonwood Canyon, helping establish mining camps that would eventually feed into places that would become Park City. In 1869, Transcontinental Railroad was complete. Pam, you know about the Transcontinental Railroad. Tell us a little about that.
It's a railroad that goes across the continent. It was completed Promontory Point in Tremont, Utah, May 10th, 1869. Is that what you were looking for? Because I randomly know it was May 10th.
Yes.
You can see the golden spike. It's on display.
We
It
tried to
is
go once.
the second most boring museum I have ever been to in my life, and I love museums.
What's the first most boring?
Oh, you know.
Oh, that one in Wyoming.
We had fun in that museum, though.
We got in trouble in that
trouble by the person that was running it.
What did you guys do?
We were giggling.
Oh, you weren't taking it seriously enough.
We were, and then we got left to our own devices, and there was a puppet show, and we had a puppet show, and we got in trouble because we were too loud. We were the only people in the building.
We were the only people at the entire rendezvous spot.
Oh,
So
man.
you were the only people within 50 miles of this place.
Yeah, it
Yes.
is literally out in the middle of freaking nowhere. They had cool guns, though.
I don't like guns.
Dad dragged us out there because he wanted to go see the museum, and that was like a lot of guns.
It's apparently really cool because they do hold rendezvous there, but we were not there during a rendezvous,
Which
makes a difference.
Yeah.
Because
It made a big difference because what are you going to do at a rendezvous? Throw axes, shoot guns.
well, there's more people. There was literally
Right.
6 of us and the 3 old volunteers who make sure the people aren't stealing the John Wayne guns.
Yeah,
Fair.
that museum.
So once the rails arrived, so did everyone else. Miners, drifters, outlaws, families chasing dreams. Park City exploded almost overnight. Mining towns were rich in more than ore. They were rich in culture and tradition, and inevitably, ghost stories. Some spirits were said to help, others to haunt, and none are more famous than the man in the yellow slicker. One story paints him as a guardian, a miner deep underground with loading ore into a cart. He noticed something ahead, a lantern, swinging gently in the tunnel. Thinking it's just another worker nearby, he followed it. But when he reached the bend, no one was there. That's when he noticed something else. The track switch had been thrown. He continued forward. If he had continued forward, the cart would have collided with another or dumped him in the ore straight down a shaft.
Are we sure he's just not the yellow canary in the mine shaft?
The man in the yellow slicker.
Slicker. He's wearing Snickers now at the candy bars.
The man in the yellow slicker is the canary.
In the mine shaft?
I mean, he could be.
Who watches over you?
He's not always the guardian angel.
She's going for
He's not all your friend, but he's your only friend.
In the end, my friend.
Your special ghostly friend.
Yes.
I don't want to get sued by They Might Be Giants, man.
I parodied!
If you hadn't said anything, how many people would have actually got it?
At least 2.
Yeah, the 2 at the table.
So anyway, if he had continued forward, his cart would have collided with another, or dumped him and his ore straight into a mine shaft. The miner quickly thanked the unseen man in the yellow slicker, reset the switch, and made it out alive. Other stories aren't so kind. They claim the spirit is violent. Murdered after a dispute over a mining claim. Thrown, still alive, down 600-foot shaft. And now, they say he waits. What are you laughing at, Pam?
Nothing.
Down 600-foot shaft.
Down a 600-foot shaft. Makes a difference.
We rehearsed this like 4 times.
We did not rehearse it. You just told me 4 times.
At least we don't have Chris yelling shafter this time.
Shaft!
Chef said anything.
It's like a small child. I can't.
It's my ADHD brain, leave me alone. My mom had me tested.
She also took Tylenol when she...
She probably took it with all of us.
No, there was a scare on Tylenol.
It's true. No, that was aspirin.
It was Tylenol.
Oh, yeah. Maybe
Anyway,
you got the tainted stuff.
Space Greek.
And now they say he waits. pacing tunnels, lurking near drops, trying to shove the living into the dark, the way he once was. We don't know his true identity, but records from the late 1800s tell of a story of a man named Jake Smith who was shot down and dead in a saloon over a fight of an overlapping mine shaft. Some believe he is the man in the yellow slicker. Others think the truth is older or darker. So what do you think? Is he a friendly spirit, a miner who stopped to protect others, or something more twisted by betrayal and death, a ghost looking for vengeance in the dark? Next time you're near an old mine, watch for a lantern, because sometimes help and harm look exactly the same.
Why can't you be both? I can be vengeful and helpful.
I'm vengeance.
Helps the underdog,
Murders.
murders the advantage taker.
I mean, it's a possibility.
That would be the kind of ghost I would be.
I would be a ghost well.
Help the less fortunate, murder the rats. Like,
Murder the rats. At least you're not turning into a whale.
He's probably going to haunt the Great Salt Lake.
I do not respond.
So do we have any thoughts, because we haven't really shared too many thoughts, except for about rendezvous. Any thoughts on the man with the yellow slicker?
You okay there?
It's the brown sugar.
It's so much.
So she made this drink. It's fruit punch. She decided to add Dr. Pepper, but instead of having her own sugar, she used, what was that again, Pam? Brown sugar? So as soon as she took a swig, it just like instant sugar rush.
Mistakes were made. So, having been up into those mine shafts, I think I'm a believer in ghosts, right? So totally could be haunted, but you get down into that darkness, and there's the dripping and the creaking and the crunching and all of the sounds. It's hard to put depth perception onto it, right? So you hear something off in the distance. The story of the guy with the flipped trolley switch. I mean, stuff happens, right? He heard something, intuition tells him to go look over somewhere. Gets lucky, right? Could have been the ghost. I don't know, but a mine shaft's the highest low spot I've ever been in my life. Those 600-foot shafts are terrifying.
They're not fun to be in.
Like,
No, and then like it's an unnerving dark because it's an unnatural dark.
Yep.
So I don't know if you guys have been to the Timpanogos caves. It's probably been a while. Last time we went, they like, okay, everyone turn off the lights, and they shut everything off, and it's just dark. Can't see anything.
There's a nothing.
And then that pure darkness is just, it's unsettling. Very unsettling. Definitely feel like someone's watching you in the dark.
So how does that account for him seeing the lantern swing ahead of him, and then when he gets there, it's gone? Are we saying ghosts, ghostess?
Oh, like I said, I'm a firm believer in ghosts, so very plausible.
I mean, for this one, he could be like that third man, that phenomenon which we'll have to talk about. Right? Lots of individuals in like near-death experiences usually picture or see another person. It's referred to as the third man phenomena that points out something that saves them. This could very much well be part of that third man phenomena.
Okay.
You also, in caves where you have those shafts, you will have they create wind tunnels. So it's also possible that if it's not a ghostly figure, that like there's a cave drafter where he's going through.
True. But that doesn't explain a floating lantern.
It doesn't, but also depending on how deep, it could have been some.
Carbon monoxide.
Carbon
poisoning.
monoxide. And I'm joking about the yellow canary, but like
They were there for a reason.
they're there for a reason.
Yep.
Chris, do you have any thoughts on the man in the yellow slicker?
Could be a ghost. I'm a firm believer in ghosts.
Let's go throw you down the mine shaft and see.
I didn't see.
I told you I'm coming
Didn't?
back as a whale.
It was even a haunted mine shaft for Halloween.
They still do that.
I don't know if they still do it. They used to turn part of the silver mines into an old haunted house, so you'd go down and they had it rigged up for some scary stuff. It was very short in the mine, and
Well,
then
you
you
didn't
come up
say-
and most of the haunted house was outside of the mine.
You can't do much in there because that's a.
It's a huge safety hazard.
Well, they take you basically through where you could go and take the tours
Yeah.
now, but
Well, I'm just gonna call bunk on it. I don't believe in ghosts. I don't think they're a real thing, and I think it's more intuition that he went down and looked at the. You okay?
Yeah.
He went down and looked at the mining cart, and it wasn't, like you said, gas, and that's it.
Gas.
well,
Swamp gas.
Carbon monoxide.
I'm
he
surprised
saw.
we didn't go for like reptilians or some something aliens. Reptilians who've lived in the center of the earth for 100,000 years.
Swamp gas. We got there.
Yep. Oh, there we are.
That's just a fart.
Just a part. No, I mean, I think it's more likely that, if somebody really did have this experience, it was carbon monoxide and, he's seeing a light because it's a hallucination, and intuition told him to look at the cart.
Fair.
Yeah.
I mean, let's look at it logically. How many people fall down mine shafts every year? I don't know. Let's look that up. But part of that is you can't really claim that somebody has pushed you because you're usually dead at the end. So
What if it was a short mine shaft?
A 5-foot drop.
talk while I'm looking things up.
Also, we're looking like these mine shafts are going to be different than our previous mine shafts we've talked about, because these ones are higher elevation. It's not like West Desert mine shafts where it's just a hole in the middle of the desert.
Well,
Okay.
these are also in like a different rock structure.
No,
and
the-
they're deep
And
mine shafts.
yeah,
where
and
the
so
other
these
ones
are usually
more
you're
shallow.
digging into a mountain versus
Under a mountain.
yeah.
And according to the AI overview at Google, approximately 25 people each year in the United States have accidents down abandoned mine shafts.
So that's just abandoned ones. What about active mine?
I don't know. Overall mine shaft safety, 29 reported in 2020. Roughly 5 fatalities per year in active mine shafts.
So they're pretty safe.
Yeah, so that
Now,
tells
but not in the 1800s.
No.
well, that tells me that somebody's not, a ghostly figure's not at the top of the mine shaft, just pushing people over.
Dang it. Maybe
So
maybe those mine shafts don't have vengeful spirits.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not. I'll concede. Any last remarks?
Any last words? He's gonna push us out of mine shafts.
Shh. We're not going to a mine shaft with you, Mike.
Hey Mike, do you want to go to the West Desert?
Yeah, sounds like fun.
Sweet.
Anyway, if you've enjoyed this episode of Cryptid Hauntings, please join our community on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And YouTube.
What the hell is Utah?
I said it was Utah and YouTube, and they just kind of got
Utah.
Utah.
It's the new social media.
Utah.
Utah.
Instagram, and YouTube. If you like what you've heard, be sure to like and subscribe on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Podcast Addict, and Castbox, or wherever you get your podcasts. And if you've ever had an encounter with a ghost in a mine shaft or anything strange or unsettling or unexplained, send us your story at cryptidhauntings@gmail.com. Until next time, sleep tight and don't blink twice if you're in a mine shaft. Spook you later.